Welcome to the free audio rendering of Not Without Scars 2. Such an insightful and impactful work must be accessible to the countless number of people living similar life experiences. Becoming a best-selling author pales in comparison to creating a tool capable of instilling hope in the multitude of people trapped in the valley of decision. My greatest profit comes in helping others emerge victorious over their life struggle. My goal is to encourage individuals to follow their dream. My message: you must never quit on your faith, pursuing your aspiration or vision. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take a moment, invite your family, friends, and acquaintances and enemies to listen to this work chapter by chapter. It is free to listen as well as free to subscribe. Peace, love, and phenomenal blessing.
How do I write my life story? I know hurt and pain. I don't like either one, whether physical or emotional. Herein contains my story, Not Without Scars, Part 2. Optimism, perseverance, persistence, resilience. 2 decades of personal struggle. Optimism. I faced the new millennium with hopefulness. Perseverance. My ego, my humble beginnings, my desire to achieve never allow me to turn away from a difficult task. Persistence. Opposition should be anticipated as an effective strategy to victory surfaces. Resilience. Difficulties do not automatically spell termination. Scars reveal my imperfection as reminders of past episodes of pain, sorrow, or triumph. Scars can tell beautiful story endings or relay misery that wishes to remain anonymous. This work is meant to help others who have experienced decades of struggle. When struggles appear to never end, you must get through the night and face the challenge of a new dawn with fresh hope.
Section 6, 2018 to 2020. 2 decades of personal struggle. People moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of their skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Vote for me and I'll set you free. Rap on, brother, rap on. Well, the only person talking about love thy brother is the preacher. And it seems nobody interested in learning but the teacher. Segregation, determination, demonstration, integration, aggravation, humiliation, obligation to our nation, ball of confusion. That's what the world is today. Yay, yay. The sale of pills is at an all-time high. Young folks walking around with their heads in the sky. Cities aflame in the summertime. And oh, the beat goes on. Eve of destruction, tax deduction, city inspectors, bill collection, evolution, revolution. Ball of confusion. That's what the world is today. Temptation. Struggle. Make forceful or violent efforts to get free of restraint or constriction. A forceful or violent effort to get free of restraint or resist attack. In the midst of a struggle, the ability to press to a desired end becomes paramount. The will to be free is measured by the intensity of the struggle. The tantamount of a plea can be filtered through the resistance demonstrated. I shall always make known my willingness to engage a just struggle. Hesitation is not part of my vocabulary when the struggle is for my freedom. Bondage in any form spurs an automatic signal to resist attempts of constriction. Chapter 26, the most unsettling year. Introduction. Returning to Greene County, more specifically, Maury, North Carolina, had many benefits to my overall mental, physical, and spiritual health. The reconnection with extended family went far beyond expectation. I worked out consistently in Greenville at Planet Fitness. I preached several times in the area. In addition, I was healing emotionally and mentally. When you are viewed as strong to no matter what a life hurls your way, you have to heal alone as well. Any sign of vulnerability, most of those closer to you will overlook the signs of cracks in your armor. I've had close friends even make jokes when I talk of my frustration, relationship pains, or my genuine tiredness with the relentless battle fatigue. Ongoing issues with the federal government and the criminal justice fallout are concerns for which most people have no reference point and cannot add any constructive dialogue. So my lifestyle and life quest has placed me on an island. Basically, I had to be strong or fold up, live strong or die in isolation. Being understood had been a hope of mine in every form of relationship. This goal has primarily eluded me. Explaining myself often leads to more complexity than clarifying simplicity. I have learned to live with being misunderstood in all phases of my life. So I have resolved to being transparent and accepting what comes my way. I have a tolerance level for pain that appears to rise up with the amount of pain I need to absorb from whatever the source. This helps me to retain strength in the time of trial. Kermit the Frog sang on Sesame Street, "It was not easy being green." I submit lyrics which resonate on every street in America. It is not easy being black, not being understood, and more often being misunderstood. My cousin Donnell understood my vegan diet better than most. He would often prepare a plant-based meal and invited other relatives to partake. There was no substitute for the love shared among family. They exuded a healing bond without knowledge of the condition that I was enduring. Knowing that the rural South was only a momentary stopover, I gave it my best shot. I had to fight through uneasiness and disturbing bouts with idleness. Any awkwardness displayed was solely my restlessness. It was my patience being tested before returning to the fray of the metro areas. If I appeared unstable in some way to those around me, my agitation commenced with my awaiting spiritual guidance and financial opportunity. Embarrassment came to me as I realized I had reduced myself to being a beggar without being aware of it. I was going from one city to another to gather a few $100s from book sales, a preaching assignment, or a generous gift from someone. How had I gone from being a millionaire to begging without realizing the transformation? Now I had become troubled. I realized that I had lost a couple of friends, close friends, by asking for money. This frustrated me more than anything else. I was immensely bothered by my non recognition of where I had stumbled. Upset with myself, I had to come out of this desolation quickly. This was no place I desired to be, let alone remain indefinitely. I still had to be patient. Historical. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. Martin Luther King Jr. Staying focused on your goal. The quality of my life was far more important than anything else I could immediately foresee. As I inventory my life, the ability to exist without falling apart made me a respected individual. I was not about to relinquish a core value due to things being tough financially. Longevity was never the premium objective of my existence. I fought through the mental fog and unstable thoughts. Returning to a quality version of myself meant overcoming frustration as well as doubts. Other people and their choices would not force me to abandon my own dignity. It was not like I had not experienced hardships before. It had been my mantle to conduct myself with dignity and pride, regardless of my state of affairs. The light came on. I could see clearly. What I did not like was being revealed. I was ticked off at myself for not being more aware of myself. I paid too much attention to the external surrounding until I allowed myself to slip down several notches rather than climbing upward. I had momentarily allowed myself, I had momentarily allowed my thoughts to shift to my desire for immediate gratification. My thoughts were limited by what I had once enjoyed. A sense of entitlement to good things had retarded my complacency. The future would reward my contentment in the present if I remained faithful to the mission and vision. Once I awakened from my momentary lapse of judgment, I would have no problem staying focused on my goal. When I was unable to share openly with someone what was really inside my heart, I made random decisions. Therefore, I had begun to bounce from scene to scene without clear guidance toward my goal. Humbleness saved me from total humiliation and aggregate collapse. Social Black experience. Dreams are lovely, but they are just dreams. Fleeting, ephemeral, pretty. But dreams do not come true just because you dream them. It's hard work that makes dreams happen. It's hard work that creates change. Shonda Rhimes. There is a way out. Bountiful Dreams has sustained and empowered me through the dark days of imprisonment and the days of hopelessness and poverty upon release. Facing reality, dreams will not automatically materialize because you believe in them. However, my dreams supplied the fortitude to get up each morning and face another day of shortcoming because I believed that I could make my dreams become my reality. Each fleeting moment served as another indication that I had to chase harder after my dream. No one was going to give me anything. I had never had a silver platter set before me. Yet I had never foregone my dreams by giving up. If anything occurred, I retooled my dream to be bigger each night so with the morning light I could run my race harder. I would run my race my way and run it well until I had achieved victory. I never allowed my dreams to float with defining our formation, how to accomplish, nor did I move forward without envision how would I reach my affirmation, the dream. Dreamers and dream realizers are separated by their abilities to make things happen. It takes more than tenacity to not give up. Dreams are meant to create change. If there's no change, then someone else is already doing what you are holding on to as a dream. The worst scenario possible is to be the one holding on to a dream that is already someone else's reality. My way out had always been my commitment to take an honest inventory of who I perceive myself to be in comparison to who I know I am, regardless of the circumstance. By faith, confidence, or bullheadedness, I could not see myself as a pretentious character. Succeed or fail, I was honest with myself. Lying to myself would not enable me to be anyone of substance, nor accomplish anything of substantial merit. I had a vision, I had a mission, and a vision to fulfill. I had to achieve something. I had to achieve success after the captivity. This would only occur by following the strategy laid out over the years of concentrated study and effort. Theological. Do not earnestly remember the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it and know it? And will you not give heed to it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah 43:18 and 19, Amplified Bible Classic Edition. Challenges are meant to open your eyes. My past had held some glamorous moments. Holding on to what once was would not satisfy the appetite of today. The hunger of the present could not be removed by a fictitious substance. Only what is real can fulfill a real anatomy. Life's appetite has to be appeased by real agenda items. I had numerous close calls that had resulted in favorable outcomes for me. In the face of challenges before me, the past could serve as an inspiration. However, I needed something real to manifest to continue moving toward mission ascertainment. Change in society based upon the pursuits I had undertaken meant some new things would unfold. I came out of prison with hopes of bringing about change, positive change, change that meant more than a financial reward. My goal was to introduce solutions to some of the myriad of problems that existed in the Black community. It was not surprising that I was not well received. In order to bring about change, some of the old guard and most of their ways would certainly undergo dismantling. Overcoming the hurdles of restraint, faith comes as an ally as the required trust factor. When walking by faith, I had to expect victory in familiar places as well as expect new things to happen. This would also mandate new people, new sources of help. I had to overcome my penchant to try to bring along people I knew. This also included relying on myself too much, too often. Challenges are meant to open my eyes. I had to accept that new avenues would reveal themselves. I only needed to be prepared to walk boldly into the future with the strategic program for the elevation of my people.